In the aftermath of the accident, some strange things. I do remember going through right immediately after, right from the funeral home where you're trying to console people that are coming in to console you. I can remember going to the hospital. I would not have gone to the hospital, I don't think, myself to see Lisa after her death, but Cheryl felt she had to go. Unfortunately, there was somebody there who could drive us, because it certainly wasn't going to be one of us. And we went.
And people tried to talk me out of that.
And people tried to talk her out of it.
I was going to walk if I had to.
And afterwards, we went to the scene of the accident. Saw where everything looked so innocent. Tried driving around the same corner they did to see if it felt like you should be in an accident. It didn't. We went and saw the car. Cheryl had to get a necklace that they hadn't found with the body that was in the car, and we actually did find it. But looking back, I don't even know how we could go look at all that stuff right after. It's like you're in shock and you don't even know what you're going through. You know what I mean?
You didn't come to the car though. You went and talked to the police officer.
Well, I was there at the car too.
No, but when I was looking, you went.
I
and
did talk to him
the
for a while
police
because
officer.
he couldn't believe you were doing it. That's why. Yeah.
I found them.
You did
they
find
were right
them.
there in the
You
cup
did
holder.
find them, yeah. So
Didn't find her bracelet though.
yeah,
bracelet.
it's kind of crazy, some of these silly things you seem to do afterwards, but I guess that's
They're
how
not
it all
crazy,
starts,
though.
and
I wouldn't have, again, I would not have felt complete if I had not gone to see Lisa. I had to see her body. I had to see that she was gone. I had to hold her. I remember holding her hand, and it was so damn cold.
it was so cold, yes.
And trying to warm her up. It just wasn't real. It just wasn't real. And I guess I needed that part to know it was real. I had plans on seeing Donnie that night too, because I asked his parents if I could go see him, but I couldn't. I could only see Lisa. And like Mike said, they gave me her watch, and they gave me her purse, I guess.
And you had her cell phone.
Or cell phone too, that's right.
Yeah.
But I realized that her necklace and her bracelet was missing. So we went to the accident site, tried to find the bracelet, couldn't find it. And went to the car, and I did find her necklace. But they were just things I needed to do. I needed that part of her. If I didn't get that part of her, I don't know what I would have done, to be quite honest. I just needed some things to be complete. And that was one of the completions for me. I also had to phone the police officer to find out what she was wearing. I knew she wore jeans. I wasn't sure of what shirt she was wearing, and I wasn't sure of her shoes. No, I knew her shoes. And he basically told me what I wanted to know. He was good. And when all those things were kind of done, I could let that part go. Why is a question that I put to rest more now than I ever did back then. Like Mike said, I don't know how the accident happened. I don't know how a little bit of rain on the road could let him lose control of the car. I don't know how the car went that way instead of that way, so it was into traffic.
It is strange looking back at that time. When we did go out to the accident scene and we drove around that same corner, I don't know how many, 2 or 3 or 4 times, I don't know, like double the speed limit of the corner, and still couldn't seem to make it happen. So again, at that time, looking back now, you were looking for answers.
Anything.
You're probably never going to find the answers, but you're just looking for it anyway. Same thing, you asked the police all these questions and whatever, right? And they didn't have the answers either. But at that time, you almost seemed like you needed to know, right? Although in the end, it really doesn't matter that much now, looking back. But at that time, it just seems like things you just wanted answers. And answers you're probably never going to find.
Found out for a brief moment, that it might have been the truck driver's fault. I don't know, it almost felt, okay, finally I've got that answer. I can close that one up, but it wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault. Car was
wasn't his
going
fault.
in the wrong lanes.
I know, that's what I mean, but just for that
certainly
briefest
wasn't
of
his fault.
seconds. But it's almost like you need some answers to some questions. And some answers you will get questions, they will answer. But there's some that you will never get an answer to, and there is a time you have to lay that to rest, because it can eat away at you if you don't.